Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about surviving work from home 2020. This new work from home revolution's probably got some people a little bit wound up trying to figure out what to do with their time. And my observation after having done it for years, on and off, probably between 5 and 10 years, on and off, that I've worked from home. I notice that people often have one of several reactions. First reaction is like, sweet dude, I can go to the conference call in my pajamas. And then there's like, oh man, what am I going to do all day with nobody to talk to? Or as we move on in life, shut up, kids. I'm trying to make a phone call. So how do you keep your cool and keep your job during work from home 2020? I have my top 10 tips and maybe a bonus in there. First of all, turn off the TV. None of us can really focus as well as we think we can with all the distractions. And the TV will just keep grabbing your attention away from what you're doing. I try to make it a point to smile and stand up straight at least once an hour. You get into a flow and start working on stuff, don't realize how your posture is affected, and that really has an impact on your mental state. That forcing yourself to stand up straight and smile changes your brain chemistry. Another tip: get out and see real people every day, even if it's the gas station, the grocery store, just getting basic errands, office supplies, whatever. See real people is very different than being on video with them, because you get the back and forth immediately. There's something very different about it. And I think this relates back to turning off the TV, my next one. Single task really well. It's something that we underestimate how hard it is to multitask. Surveys indicate that only 1 to 2% of population can actually multitask. The rest of us just single task very quickly back and forth, which means that you never get into a flow state. You never really get deep into the work. So I suggest single task really well. Turn off the distractions and really do the deep work for a couple hours. There are people that like authors that go into nature and turn off all contact for weeks at a time to do these things. Set goals. If you don't set anything down every day, then you stand a good chance of not accomplishing it. And that's important. Learn something new every day. I find that that's really helpful. Just spend a few minutes online. You're online anyways, surfing social media, whatever. But listen to a podcast rather than some music. Watch videos on instructional stuff. There's plenty of information out there at our fingertips. The next one is reach out to real people every day. Just pick up the phone and call them. So that you talk to real people throughout the day, especially if you've got a data intensive or heavy, off time. Get outside at least once a day. Even under quarantine, I went out on the balcony for a little while every day, a couple times a day, just to try and keep my sanity. Keep a routine. Schedule your time or lose it. If you work from the same area, the same time, go to the workout first if you're a morning person. A bonus tip, shower and get dressed every day. It makes a huge difference. You don't have to dress up super fancy, but dress professionally, reasonable and comfortable at the same time. And if you can, set aside a designated work area within your home, because that really will help you sort of put your work hat on. It's much like you can't work out in the same place that you sleep. So those are my top 12 tips for how to survive work from home 2020.